and welcome to another episode of the SYM Podcast. Today we're talking about why it is so easy for us to follow through with external goals like a work assignment or a school project compared to personal goals. Do you ever ask yourself why it is that we will push ourselves to get out of bed in the morning once the alarm goes off to go to work or school? Yet if it were to go to the gym early in the morning, something that would benefit us would be reluctant and postpone it to a later time or even not do it at all. Why is that? Why is it that we prioritize someone else's expectations over our own well-being or personal growth? There are a couple of reasons behind this, and once we understand them, only then can we find better ways to approach our personal goals. First off, external goals like your work goals usually have a work deadline, or a project could be due at school on a specified date, and this gives it a sense of pressure that holds you accountable to maybe your boss or your teacher, or just the fear of negative consequences. Other people's expectations of us kind of pressure us or make us feel obligated to meet them, while on the other hand, personal goals don't really have that pressure tied to them. No one's gonna be standing over you because you skipped leg day last Tuesday or because you've been binging Bleach or Bridgerton while stuffing your face with potato chips the entire week. So it's easy to push your own goals aside, but it doesn't really have to be that way. One way we can counteract this is by creating the same sense of accountability for our personal goals. For example, find an accountability partner. This could be one of your friends to help you hold up to your goals. You could say, "Hey John, for every time I skip the gym this week, I owe you $5." This can help create a sense of an external expectation and make it harder for you to procrastinate. Another reason we tend to push our goals aside is because they lack a definitive structure and clarity. Think about it. When you receive a work assignment, it usually comes with a clear set of instructions, what you need to do, and when it is due, which often is not the same for goals you set for yourself. You could have the idea of a perfect hourglass body or ripped muscles, You just picture the destination so vividly, but forget to map out the journey to get there, which makes it seem so vague and out of reach. So try structuring or mapping out a specific road for yourself to follow. Then your goals will feel and be more achievable. For example, if you see yourself as a chicken farmer, start by buying your first 2 chickens and feed them and nurture them till they lay eggs and hatch them and watch the cycle continue. Don't just dream, but get up and act upon it. Thirdly, and one of the biggest reasons we dismiss our goals is the fear of failure. This issue runs deep because personal goals are usually tied to our self-worth or our dreams. Unlike external goals like a bad grade, it's not that big of a deal. You could get a better grade the next term. Or if you don't submit your work assignment in time and your boss is disappointed, you'll get over it. But failing at personal goals feels like you failed yourself. This intensified emotional investment makes the risk of trying and failing feel much greater. So instead of doing it, you may procrastinate or completely dismiss it. And this fear deeply paralyzes and causes stagnation. You look at your life and see no progress at all. Then the regrets creep in. I wish I started last year. I'd be so far right now. I hate my life. I hate myself. Emotional damage. And these thoughts slowly eat at your self-worth. But one powerful way to counteract this fear is to look at failure from a different perspective. Look at it as a learning opportunity instead of seeing it as the end of the road or a judgment on your abilities. Look at it as part of the process. The truth is, everyone who's achieved anything meaningful in life has faced failure. We've seen and heard stories of some of the most successful people saying how they got rejected 100 times before finally landing the job they wanted, and how much work they put into it in the beginning in order to get to where they are right now. It's how you respond to failure that counts, not the failure itself. Shifting your mindset helps take the emotional weight off the outcome and allows you to focus more on the process. Understand that your abilities can be developed over time with effort, constant learning, and persistence. Once you accept that yes, there will be setbacks, but not let them determine your limitations, then your progress will become your measure of success rather than perfection. So stop treating failure like a black stain on your white coat. Instead, see it as a badge of growth, resilience, and experience. The fourth reason we end up neglecting our goals is they lack instant gratification. For example, starting a new fitness routine, or building a business, or learning a new skill typically requires long term commitment and patience. The rewards are witnessed farther down the road, and they're often delayed and abstract, which makes it hard to stay motivated. And worst part is, your brain is naturally drawn to activities that offer immediate rewards, even if those rewards are small and fleeting. And in today's world, with distractions everywhere, TikTok, Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts competing for our attention and our time, we're more inclined to these dopamine hit apps. Just one more video, then I'll go do my workout, you think to yourself. We all know how it goes. We find ourselves procrastinating on the important tasks in exchange for the easy, immediate rewards of distractions. But we can deal with this by breaking down long term goals into short term wins. For example, create small milestones that will give you a sense of accomplishment along the way. Instead of focusing only on the end goal, break your larger ambitions into smaller tasks. Put them on a to do list and check each one off once you're done with it, and that'll offer a feeling of accomplishment. Trust me, I personally do this and it has worked wonders. For example, let's say you're trying to write a book. Break it down into writing one chapter per week or hitting a certain word count per day. Each small success will provide that sense of gratification and it will keep you motivated for the long haul. Secondly, develop patience through discipline. Say to yourself, I'm not touching my phone today till I'm done with this task. Turn off all notifications and be intentional for yourself. If you really want something done, you're going to find a way to get it done. So the next time you find yourself struggling to meet your personal goals, remember there's a reason for that, but it doesn't mean you can't prevail over it. Whether it's creating a system of accountability, setting clear steps towards your goals, or managing distractions, the power to follow through is in your hands. It's your life after all. You don't need to be perfect, but you do need to be consistent. Take small steps, break those big dreams down into manageable pieces, and reward yourself for every milestone you reach. Over time, that progress will build, and so will your confidence in your ability to achieve what you set out to do. I want you to ask yourself, what's one personal goal you've been putting off? Now, what small step can you take toward it today? Remember, success isn't about how fast you get there, but about steadily moving in the right direction. Thank you so much for tuning into the SYM Podcast. I'm your friendly neighborhood host, Grace Upendo. Till the next one, bye.